Absolute laughable in a minute. So I've decided to do this video today basically highlighting how important routine is, and looked in the cupboard and realised that I only had 2 eggs and I only have 4. Look at the fucking poverty state of this. Absolutely fucking devastated. So my routine's gone to shit already. Joking aside, what I wanted to go over with you is the importance throughout summer of keeping your routine in the morning. So as I've highlighted over the last few weeks, I am literally working for maintenance right now. My whole focus over this period is to enjoy my summer, get out and watch the World Cup, have drinks, get out for meals, barbecue, spend time with the family, but somehow not put any weight on. So this is the way that you've got to look at it. So like I've said on previous videos, look at your calendar, choose your events. And what you'll probably find is that even with an event-filled summer, it's still going to give you between 70 and 80% time to get it right. So it's still only going to be 30% of your time that you're going to be literally off the rails, which isn't a problem. You know, that is balance. Now, I know I do talk about earning balance, and yes, I'm probably in a better position because I have got lean previously. Currently not in the shape of my life by any stretch, also not interested in that. My whole goal is basically to hold shape and enjoy myself, and that is literally my goal. Will I go through fat loss periods and stuff like that? Yeah, maybe one before a holiday or what have you. Quick one, aggressive fat loss, all that bollocks. But my days of kind of going into bulks and stuff like that are pretty much done. I'm quite happy just looking like a normal guy now. I've been there and put the shift in. So how will I achieve that this summer? So as stated before, 80% of the time I will try do my best. This week's probably been more like 70, but next week I should be able to shoot for 80. And one of the main ways of doing this is making sure that your routine is in from the morning. So no matter what you do, make sure you get up. So for me this morning, I've got up, trained a client, done 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, you know, nothing hard and fast, just got myself moving, got home, made a brew, had my eggs on toast, albeit fucking 2 eggs. Had my eggs on toast, I'll wash down a protein shake, and that's got my day off to a good start. And you know, tonight I will stay on plan because I've got no plans. Might watch the France game, but I'm not going to be boozing for that one. But tomorrow night I've got England, you know, and obviously I will be having some beers, but I'll still start my day like this. So what I'm trying to cement in is that you need to keep that routine somewhat. You can't just go off the rails, you know. If you go off the rails, you will put weight on over this summer. So it's a matter of enjoying yourself, but having an element of control. So what's my plan of action from here? So over these next few weeks, what I will look to do is get roughly 4 to 5 lots of Stairmaster in at 20 minutes a day. I'm not going to go absolutely mental on it because, quite frankly, I don't enjoy it. And I literally do that because a lot of my life now is spent sat here. So it's one, getting some steps in, but also a little bit of cardio, so my heart rate's elevated more than just a walk. So that's the focus with that. And also, obviously, it is going to burn some calories, so it's going to give me a few extra meals and beers in the tank. In terms of my weights, that's not changed. That'll be 4 days a week. My personal preference is chest and tries, pull, shoulders and arms and legs. That's how I split mine up. And if I get an extra session in, I'll just do chest like every lad does. That'll be my weight split. I don't really go hard and fast anymore. I'm in 45 minutes, get in, get out, lift heavy, train to failure, the usual. Nowhere near like the routine it was when I was bodybuilding, but again, my goals do not align to that anymore, so it's not about that for me. Meals wise, I will aim somewhere between 4 and 6, aiming at roughly 2,300 calories while I'm in this maintenance phase. And what else? Supplements, nothing. TRT, I take TRT, roughly 80 milligrams a week, so not even high with that. Do I have any other supplements? Do we class whey protein as a supplement? I still have protein shakes, but no, nothing other than that. I should be advocating loads of multivitamins and all that, but I'm slack with that. What you've got to remember with me, right, and I say this and it sounds like I'm making excuses, and it's not. It's just my focus is totally different to where it was. So when I was bodybuilding, when I was powerlifting, when I was doing my photo shoots, everything was so rigid and regimented. And literally I'd get up, do my steps, then I'd get down to the gym, do my Stairmaster, then I'd eat 6 meals a day and they'd be the same meals all day, you know. And I went through a period of realising that this wasn't for me and this wasn't the life that I wanted to live. So it got to a point where I had to find balance. I had to, because it married up with me. I'm a normal lad. Like I've said in other videos, I love a beer, love going out with the lads, love meals out with the missus, everything. You know, everything that a normal person enjoys. And what I do think with a lot of bodybuilders is that they don't align with that life, which is absolutely fine. That suits them. But the bodybuilding life did not suit me. So I had to find a way out of that. And don't get me wrong, it's been hard. I'm a shell of my former self. If you look at some of my old pictures, I'm probably 2 stone of muscle heavier than I am now, and leaner. And that is hard to take on the chin. Like, it really is hard to take on the chin. But like I've said before, I'm not now taking steroids. You know, I take my TRT dosage, but that's it. I'm not taking steroids, which, if anyone knows about bodybuilding, knows that unless you do the untested route, which I personally didn't like the look of that, unless you do the untested route, you have to delve into that dark side. So I had to do that. So I'm in a position in my life where I'm getting comfortable with things like this. And this maintenance period over summer has been a real eye-opener for me, because I've never done this in the past. Like, I've stressed all summer normally. Like, literally, like, put weight on over the summer, stressed about the scale, stressed about how I'm looking. And it's the first summer in my life that well, apart from when I was a kid, because you don't give a fuck then, but it's the first summer in my life where I've truly had control, had balance, and not regressed. And I absolutely love it. You know, I really, really do love it. I might not be the biggest guy in the gym anymore. I might not be the most ripped guy in the gym anymore, but I'm the guy who's been through all that and then eventually come out of the other end and found balance. So this is not me sat here saying be a slack fucker all summer. It's far from that. It really, really is. You know, if your goals are to be ripped, or your goals are to step on stage or look your absolute best, then, you know, don't watch this video and take advice. But if you've phased your year out right and you've dieted pretty hard into summer, then you should be using this. And let me reiterate this. You like me, you like a beer, you like eating out, which is most people. If you are like that, don't be uncomfortable with maintaining over summer. Don't be uncomfortable with not progressing over summer. Focus on not regressing. Focus on holding your strength. Focus on creating a life where you're actually enjoying being in it and not just suffering. And if this does mean that, as I say, you are going to stall all over summer, don't even call it stalling. Maintaining all over summer. If this is what it requires for you to live the life that you want, then you need to get comfortable with it. So if you need help finding balance, if you need help looking at your life, working out your events, working out how you achieve this, working out how to maintain throughout this summer, I will drop a link in the description for free 21 days worth of coaching with me and Dan. And I can guarantee by the end of that, we will have your calories in an absolutely perfect position so that you can get through this summer without gaining a single pound.